What's up YouTube? Capital G here. First unedited video that I've posted in a long time, but we don't need a script and we don't really need editing for this one because it is Banlist time, Banlist reaction video specifically. The Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden and Limited list has been updated for the TCG and I am going to look at it. I know a couple of cards that have been moved, and the rest I don't know. Again, I did do a ban list prediction video, and I even doubled down on certain things like Yugioh and Kellback. I mean, if you watch my Where Capital G Was Wrong video, I mean, I already took a victory lap before. I'm just like, look, it's gonna happen. You tier players, you know, get used to not playing those cards because like Yugioh and Kellback are the most unhealthy cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! But let's see exactly what Konami has done. I think this is this is like the EU website. I know they posted it on Twitter, but I don't particularly like looking at the ban list the way they posted on Twitter where you get to see all the things. I'm pretty old school. And yeah, it looks like they've updated this site. The site looks beautiful, but Forbidden, and it looks like this is going to kick off. The new FNL list is going to start the first of the year, which is interesting because the new OCG ban list starts the same exact day. So the TCG and the OCG, we're going to have different ban lists, but, well, I assume we're going to have different ban lists, but this is the first time our formats are going to start at the same time. And then the OCG ban list comes out on Sunday. I'll probably do a video on that too. Anyways, so we see that the first card banned is Yugioh, the Ancient Sentinel. I'm just gonna assume that means Kellback is on here too. I'm sorry if you, for some, like if you can find some reason to defend these cards, like you're just beyond my comprehension because these are to me the most toxic cards in the entire game. It's not just that they feel like they're literal win buttons, as I've said before, but also they mill your opponent's deck. I think that there is nothing fun about Yu-Gi-Oh! When it comes to you potentially being able to mill half of your opponent's deck before they even start their turn, because you can hit a miller into another miller, then you can shuffle them back and then end up hitting them both in their draw phase with like Beatrice or something. Oh God, I actually think that these Ishizu cards like actually ruined Yu-Gi-Oh! Thank God they're out of the game. I wouldn't mind seeing the shufflers banned as well. I think Konami just needs to eradicate like any existence that those cards ever existed, but that's just me. As you can tell, I really hate those cards with a passion. Okay, well, there you go. There's Kellback. So we got Yugioh, and then the next card is Kellback, so I don't need to talk about that. I absolutely despise. These are arguably my most hated cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! History. And again, I've played this game since the third booster set. Hold on, bro, there's no way they banned Mathnex Circular. What? They banned Mathnex Circular. Mathnex is actually unplayable now. They said the limit to Mathnex Circular is not enough, even though it's like a perfectly healthy deck. I even thought about Mathnex, like, you know what? You want a deck that can do a lot with one card, run a bunch of hand traps, make an Omni negate, the card surge. I mean, don't get me wrong, is Mathnex Circular incredibly powerful? Yes, but is this Master Duel format? Like, I don't understand this at all. I mean, maybe Joshua Smith made this ban list or something, and it's just this is like a meme, or I'm honestly just confused. I understand Circular going to 1. I don't understand it being banned. If you felt like Mathmech needed another hit, you could have, I don't know, put Diameter to 1 or something like that, like they did a Master. I'm puzzled by this. I don't really get it. Okay, well, that was the ban no one saw coming. I sold Two Tales of Noble Knights. So this is interesting. I said like maybe in 2021, I was like, Isolde is eventually going to get banned. And I think, even though like she is 100% a ban-worthy card and no one's going to cry over like Isolde getting banned, I think the reason Konami did it now is because of Angelica, right? Like the Angelica's the synchro that tags out into like Roland, and then Roland you end up using those to go into like Charles, and then you go into like the Link version of Charles, the Charlemagne or whatever. I think that's the reason why they finally decided to ban Isolde, is because they're like, look, you guys get 2 warriors on the field and it doesn't always have to be Isolde. Now you guys can go for Angelica. That card still allows you to pop off. Obviously this is a very big hit to the Infernoble deck. I don't want to, like, I don't want to make any proclamations as far as, like, if that deck is dead or anything like that. It will be obviously a huge hit, especially, you know, I sold her second effect was the hard once per turn, so sometimes you hand trap the first one is a little risky, but honestly, like, all of those cards that came out of God, I'm forgetting that set, if it was Duel Overload or Duel's Power, the Link Vrains pack, like all of those Link monsters, the Hulk and Verde, like that whole line of pack was just like broken. So yeah, sold is you know, I don't think anyone's gonna cry over that. I wouldn't expect anything else at this point. I would like to see, you know, Prank Kids Meow Mew come back off the ban list, but I guess we're not at the limited section. Spells, nothing. Monsters, nothing. And then trap cards, nothing. So okay, I think that this is what a lot of people would say pretty expected, except, again, Mathmech Circular. Where did that come from? Like, I don't really know where that came from. Let's go to the limited section now. People have said that floodgates are on here. Oh, they unbanned Orcus Harp Horror. That's pretty cool. It's about time, Konami. I mean, you're talking about a card that has been way past due. I feel like that whole kind of toss format, like all the 4 big cards that got banned, you know, Salamangreat, Mirage Stalio, Engage, like, you know, you gave us those cards back, and Mirage Stalio was, I think, at 3, so definitely time to give us back Harpor. Well, long overdue. Honestly, I'd like to see Thunder Dragon Colossus here too. Okay, and look, we're getting some Dragon Rulers back as well. So if Redox is here, does this mean, okay, this means if I go down a couple, I'll probably run in the title after the tier cards. Okay, yeah. So it looks like we're going to get all the Dragon Rulers back. This happened in Master Duel. A lot of people were like, Cap, it's only going to happen in Master Duel. It's not going to happen in the TCG. I mean, the Dragon Rulers have just been power crept. Like, what do you want me to say? If you want to play a deck that can spam, you know, rank 7s, like, you ever heard of this deck called Cash Tira? I mean, granted, the Rise Heart's banned, but, like, that deck is way more powerful and consistent than Dragon Rulers. Looks like Rescue Ace Airlifter is also limited. I was surprised by how many banlist predictions people made, like Yugioh that didn't have any rescue ace hits at all. I understand if you don't want to hit the Sinful Spoils engine because it just came out in the last core booster set, but you can't be out here hitting Pearly and then just ignoring Rescue Ace when A, Rescue Ace is better than Pearly, and B, they came out in the same booster set. So you can't even make the argument of, well, you know, Rescue Ace is kind of new. No, it's not. They came out in the same set. So, like, yeah, definitely. Also, I don't think Pearly's Sleepy Memory needs to be limited. I don't know if it is limited or not. I just don't think it needs to be. They don't need to. Pearly's in like a perfectly fine spot. Oh, they hit the red dog. Unchained Soul of Shurvara. Okay, so I was wrong on this. I did think Unchained would get hit. I thought it would be Tour Guide from the Underworld and not Unchained Soul of Shurvara. Although this card definitely deserves it. Although maybe some people might say Unchained's a little late, but I don't know. I still think Unchained has a lot of power potential. It could still be a tier 1 deck. Is it me or am I missing Tidal here? It seems like they unbanned Redox, but they left, unless Tidal's at like 2 or something like that. But yeah, I'm totally missing Tidal because we're already to like the Zodiac, the Z's and stuff like that. So it would be a little weird if they didn't unban Tidal because everyone's always afraid of Redox, even though it's like, you know, have you read a Vernisylph card? They're basically all just Redoxes, or at least baby Redoxes. Oh, wow, we actually hit Sun Avalon cards. Okay, so Sun Avalon Dryas and Sun Avalon Healer. Okay, so I think Loki's the normal, and I think these are, what is this? Is this, they're Link, okay, they're Link monsters. I'm like, what? I can't, it looks like purple like a fusion. Oh, so does this mean that they won't be able to do like full combo? Because don't get me wrong, like Sun Avalon is a crazy deck, and Jesse Robinson be killing with that deck. It's a deck that if it does go first and it combos, it basically just like auto wins the game. I'm going to assume that these are big hits. The thing is though, they are getting more, like there's more aroma support coming out in the next booster set that no one's like really talking about. So we'll have to see. This was unexpected, you know, maybe some people were like, oh, ban Loki, which definitely would have killed a lot of starters, but I'm going to say that this was very unexpected. And low-key, when we're talking about those Link Frames cards, Aromatherapy Jasmine, low-key kind of broken as a card, but we'll have to see. Oh, they unbanned Ib. Okay, That's cool. So, I always thought that Ib was a super broken card, but the thing about Ib and Denlong are like these two are literally the same card. They're basically the same exact card, and I feel like wherever one is, the other should be. Ib is obviously a little bit better, but then again, I don't know. Denlong does search a counter trap, but like Ib and Denlong they're like basically the same exact card. So where one is, the other probably should be. I'm not gonna lie, this is a much bigger ban list than I expected. Like their move, they unbanned Snatch Steal. They unbanned. I've been saying that for a long time. Look, Snatch Steal and Change of Heart basically do the same thing. Their only card, like the way that Yugioh is, you can only use them going second. This is cool. I mean, the last time that they unbanned this card, it was a menace and it got rebanned. I like Konami going out on a limb. I feel like this is Jerome's second attempt to be like, nah, guys, this time I got the Snatch Steal thing right. And then also they hit my floodgates. Konami, why? Why you? Oh my god! I know TCB. I did know that TCB's on this list. Why? My runic deck is unplayable, bro. They hit Goes in Match Rivalry. I'm gonna assume skill traded TCB are on here. Oh, okay. Well, at least we have 3 skill. Oh my god, I have CRs of all these cards. Well, there is no CR Goes in Match, but I have 3 CR rivalries. I have I have 3 CR rivalries. I have 3 CR TCBs that I just got like a few months ago. Konami, why? You let all of these people crying about floodgates finally get to us. I mean, at least we have skill drain. I guess I'm gonna have to play. I'm gonna have to play lose 1 turn in the deck now. In the main deck. I mean, I guess it's fine. People have complained about floodgates for whatever, so, you know, do what you do, Konami. I personally would not have hit them, but, you know, I'm obviously super biased, so it is what it is. Let's see. Okay, last things we have are Dino Wrestler Pankatrops, Speedway Terratop, and then Pearly Sleepy Memory. I think it would have been unfair if Sleepy Memory would have went to 1. You know, Pearly's in a good spot. Like, it's a deck that has gotten top 4 at some YCSs, but it hasn't won any, hasn't been in the finals. Like, it's in a good spot. Yes, when it gets to Pearly, you know, draw 6, you're going to win the game, but, you know, it is what it is. Speedway Terratop, that's pretty cool. And then Pank going to 2, you know, basically Fenrir is just like a better version of Pank. So, you know, take that for what it is. And it says released. These are all cards that are no longer on the FNL list. Oh, I totally forgot that 3 was a thing. Infernity Archfiend. Huh. So, well, no, because I was going to say Launcher is still, I think, at 1. I was going to say, is Infernity at full power? Caster Unicorn is, if there's no Arise art, it makes no sense to have any cash hits. Like, if you want to give us a Rise art back, then you can do some other things. Pot of Desires is surprising to me because I kind of thought we were moving in the other direction with Master Duel's ban list where they're hitting all these pots. I thought we were moving in that direction where like Prosperity was going to get hit. I'm kind of surprised Prosperity is not at 2 on here. Mind Control at 3. Well, we are kind of giving back Snatch deals and stuff, so, you know, the Mind Control is obviously a weaker version of, like, Snatch Steal, probably. Spellbook of Judgment, Sprite Starter. Wow, Upstart Goblin! Okay, well, at least I know what I can put in my Runic deck to replace some of them floodgates getting lost. This is I have to be honest, this is a pretty huge ban list, to be honest. Like, this was a lot bigger than anyone expected, I would say. And there are things, you know, I think everyone expected the tier cards, but like the floodgates going on, Snatch Steal coming back, you know, Mathmax Circular, shout outs to Josh Schmidt, I guess. It's definitely an interesting ban list. I guess I should wrap this video up because I'm pushing 15 minutes at this point. I'll of course make some meta predictions and some tier lists. Got to give me a little bit of time to try to analyze this, but thank you guys for watching as always. Sorry I took so much time.